Hello friends, we're going to be making pork ribs with cabbage, onions, and bacon, and I got this great deal on these pork ribs. So we're going to set the oven for 350, and we're going to rinse these ribs in some water and some white vinegar, and then rinse them in regular water and put them on a tray lined with parchment paper. And just make sure that you get them all clean, and they will be ready to put either some salt and pepper or some adobo, which is what I like to use. And we're going to put them in the oven, 350 for about 45 minutes, and then we're going to turn them over. And then once we leave them in there for another 15 minutes, it's time to put on some barbecue sauce. You put them in for 5 or 10 minutes, and then we turn them around and we put some sauce on the other side, and we put them in again for 5 or 10 minutes. You could kind of tell when the barbecue sauce dries out, and it is ready for consuming after that. But just spread the barbecue sauce with the back of a spoon, and it should be fine. They come out delicious and they caramelize. When you see them all caramelized, then they are ready. This is what they should look like when they are done. 350. Okay, and then we're going to also do some cabbage with onions and bacon. Now I did put bacon, even though I did not use actual bacon. I just used the bacon grease in this one. But you take that kind of hard part of the cabbage off. I love to use these dark leaves that come on the outside of the cabbage. They are full of nutrition. The darker, the more nutrition it has. So just give them a 1-inch cut and then cut them up into smaller pieces. And those are going to be put in first in the pot. So they cook a little bit longer than this part of the cabbage that is a little lighter. So you're going to want to slice it in half and take out that core, or the heart like I like to call it, and then you're going to chop this up really well. I had done a video with using rendered chicken skins. I will be airing on, I'm not sure if it'll be before this one or after, but I think it's going to be after. And so you'll see how I use the grease, or whatever is left on the pot, instead of bacon. But just pretend it's bacon, and that's what most people will use, because they're not making chicken skins and rendering the fat as much as they would use pieces of bacon. And of course the bacon is super delicious. So just chop up your head of cabbage, and you're going to make sure that you put in those dark leaves from the outer part of the cabbage, if they come with the cabbage. If not, then that's okay. Well, this is what was left after I rendered the chicken skins, and this is just flavor. So it's not a dirty pot, it's a wonderful pot. And I'm just going to add some bacon grease that I have on the stove, a couple of tablespoons, or larger than tablespoons, and that's going to flavor. So 2 or 3 of these is going to flavor your cabbage. And so see, those are what I rendered, the chicken skins. And so I'm going to put the dark pieces in first, give them a nice stir. I also added 1 chopped onion. So just chop up an onion and throw it in there. All of this is flavor. And we're going to put salt and pepper, and we're going to scrape those bits that are on the bottom. If you had made bacon in this pot, you would just be scraping the bacon bits that were left in the pot, and then you're going to leave the bacon pieces that you're going to chop up. You're going to leave that for the end. And in this video, you'll see that I used the little chicken skins that were on the bottom of that pot that I scraped off earlier. I'll put about half a cup of water in there. That's going to help all those bits to come off the bottom. And I put a little bit of chicken broth in there, but if you don't have chicken broth, that's okay. Just add a little bit more water, and you're going to just cook that and stir it, and then when that has cooked a little bit, you add the rest of the cabbage, the lighter ones, and stir them in with the other parts, and you're just going to let that cook. It's going to cook down, it's going to steam with the little bit of water you put in there, and it's going to be delicious. Salt, pepper, and garlic powder is what I put in there to season it, and it just takes a little time for you. Just move it around and just let it cook down. You'll see how it cooks down in the pot, and this releases a lot of water of its own. And just trying to break down the cabbage, and this is a great side dish for you to use at any time. It doesn't have to be with the pork ribs. I could just have this cabbage by itself, just a big bowl of cabbage with bacon and onions, and season it to your taste. If you don't like too much salt, that's fine. If you need a little more salt, that's fine. Just don't over salt it and then not be able to change that, because that is bad news. So just let it cook down, and you'll see how this has already gone down, and that's when I added the garlic powder, just for flavor. It really does enhance the flavor of the cabbage, and it's a great way to have a vegetable. So enjoy this. I mean, you could probably make the same thing with green beans or Brussels sprouts, and just cook it, you know, until the desired consistency. You don't want cabbage to be too mushy or too cooked down. It has a tiny bit of a bite, and it is just really good. It is fully cooked when we finish, and then it really has a great flavor and a great accompaniment to other starches and proteins, or just a protein like we're doing with this video. So there it is when it's pretty much done, and I'm adding the little crispy pieces of chicken skin that were left over in the pan that I scraped off. You would have scraped off or cut up a bunch of bacon, and that would have been great. It just adds flavor. And there we are, the cabbage with onions and bacon, or onions and chicken skin, and wonderful rib.
All right, let's give this a try now. Barbecued pork chops and cabbage with bacon grease and delicious pieces of fried up chicken skin. Really good. The pork is tender and delicious. And now the cabbage. I could eat a bowl full of this cabbage. It's so delicious. Really try it. You will enjoy it. You have a blessed day. This is Arlene on Life.